has two parts. The first part starts with hearing my name and cancer in the same sentence. Tough day. But not so bad, because the first thought I had that jumped into my mind was, now I'm not going to be able to ride my bicycle across the United States. That dream that I've had since I was 20 is now gone. Well, guess what? When something jumps into your mind as the first thing when you hear something like that, that's what you should be doing. So I quit my job. I asked my oncologist if he could treat me as if that ride and not longevity was the most important thing to our success. He said he could. In fact, he was good to his word. We left the Durham Cancer Center in June. We rode 3,300 miles to the Santa Monica Pier over 60 days. I knew I was in trouble when I got to the Blue Ridge Parkway. What have I done to myself? I was 20 when I had this idea. I am now 50-something. You know? The second part of our story, so we got there. I expected somewhere in Utah a flash of lightning and some inspiration about what I would do with the rest of my life. After all, I had quit my job. I was now pretty well broke. All the money that we raised went to the Duke Cancer Center, so I'm absolutely broke by this time. And I don't really know what to do next, except I had to go back into chemo when I got back. My oncologist happened to mention that he had a grant fail. And I thought, man, you know, I'm a director of e-commerce. We used to make millions of dollars in the fourth quarter with our website. I asked him how much he needed to do this super mouse that he needed to create to cure cancer. He said $15,000. I said, what, are you kidding me? That's like a bad weekend. You know? So I thought, let's use the internet to try and crowdfund cancer research. The thing that we really needed, though, was great partners. So we took this idea to the Lineberger Cancer Center, and God bless them. Not only have they saved my life, but when I pitched this idea to them, they jumped on it. They were like, wow, yeah, that's great. Let's do that. They, in fact, championed the idea with other cancer centers. We now have 5 cancer centers in our pilot program to create Cure Cancer Starter. So, yeah. Among those 5 cancer centers are the 2 treating institutions that have treated me, Duke and UNC. So I know this crowd is probably split pretty evenly, and we're good to go on either case. Now, let's talk a little bit about crowdfunding. I don't know if you've heard about crowdfunding, but it's exploding. 2012 was massively huge for crowdfunding. President Obama signed something called the Jobs Act, which essentially created the ability to do stocks via crowdfunding. And if you don't think that's not going to be huge, you know. And also, Kickstarter hit a huge milestone. This Pebble watch raised $10 million on Kickstarter. Now, the interesting part of the story, and if you haven't looked at the Pebble watch campaign, and you're an internet marketer, look at it. Because what Pebble decided to do was solve all of their startup problems by using Kickstarter. They solved their funding problem, they solved their celebrity endorsement problem, they solved their distribution problem. It's brilliant. Now, there's going to be a couple of slides up here at some point that show you my vision for this environment. Now, I'm not a graphic designer, I'm not a UX person, I'm a marketing guy. But what you can see is even I have a hard time messing up this website because the data is so dynamic. Now, you might be wondering, hey, that's great, Marty, but how are you funding this? My 2013 salary as the Director of Marketing at Atlantic BT is what is funding this project. And so that's probably not going to be enough, frankly. So we are looking for help, and we're having some incredible conversations because the time is here, the time is now. Now, I can't do this alone. I don't know exactly where I am here, but it's really important for you guys to help. And the way you can help is this. Go share this idea with 6 friends. Tell them about Cure Cancer Starter. We actually have a landing page up as of this morning. There's a video on that landing page that will give you even more than 5 minutes about why I'm doing this idea. Together, we cure cancer in our lifetime. Together with Duke and the City of Hope and the University of North Carolina, we cure cancer in our lifetime. Thank you very much.